fazer... Bom, a gente tá trazer mais vítimas aqui, parte 14. Bom, tô aqui, já tô pertinho já aqui da próxima missão. Acho que é o único portão que tá aberto pra gente entrar, né? Eu cortei a maior parte, eu tava aqui, né? No último episódio, eu tava aqui, né? Mas já caminha pra não ficar um vídeo muito longo, né? Já tô perto já. Bom, antes de começar a jogar, se inscreva no meu canal, ative o sininho e deixa o like também. Então, vamos começar. Só deixa eu matar esses carinha aqui, né? Bater mais um XPzinho.
No civilians allowed, sir. Need spotted! Watch out! Want some of that? Mine! Oh, mine, vermin!
Pronto. Matei pra ter mais um pouco XP. Essa cartinha aqui, deixa eu... Nada interessante, mas... Tem fruta aqui. Tem coisa interessante aqui. Pronto. Estanquei a porta já. Fica mais fácil. Pra gente atravessar, né? Moedinha, garrafinha. Vamos uma parte estancada. Deixa eu ir na minha sala, porque acho que eu consegui mais pra melhorar minha arma. Eu acho. Então vamos lá. Deixa eu aqui esconder shake-out. Aqui frente.
Its effectiveness has been proven.
Aqui atrás da casa. Esse lado. Perdidinho. Acho que eu tenho remédio dele assim, eu acho.
Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
Deixa eu ver. Não tenho remédio não, mas...
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Vamos fazer o que mais? Saudável. Acho que eu tenho remédio dele, acho que eu tenho.
Used to seeing death.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Surely you have someone else to bother, Mr. Doctor.
Tem remédio sim, vou
How
dar
do
um
you
remédio
feel,
pra ele.
Mr. Petrescu? Do you
A
need my help?
cidade tá
I would not
quente.
even accept fresh water from you, Doctor. I don't need your help.
Yes, you do. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
I said I don't want anything. But I'll keep this for those who really need it.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu. This is despicable.
Cheio de sangue.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Muito pra fabricar mais arma, na verdade é melhorar a arma. Se eu conseguir mais 2 componentes na minha arma aqui. Deixa eu... 6, mano. Nossa. Que merda. Mas tá bom. Deixa eu ver. Isso aqui. Consigo guardar a pistola, mais pelo menos, né? Mas como não consegui, deixa eu ver se aquela menina que vende coisas, se ela aceitem a peça que eu preciso, né? Vamos ver se consigo evoluir, mas tomar isso também, né? Tomar mais dano também, né? Bom, vamos lá pegar. Aceitei ou não. Eu já terminei. Eu dou a remédio. Acho que esse cara tem. Deixa eu...
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Pá. Tem 2 componentes bons e voador. É isso que eu preciso. 4. Tem já 4, 5, 6. Deixa eu ver no inventário só pra tirar dúvida. Opa, agora sim. Agora sim. Meu amigo.
You again? What do you want this time?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Vamos lá. Preparar a nossa arma. Bom, precisa 5 pedaços de alumínio. Acho que aí cara tava vendendo alumínio também. Melhor tudo já de uma vez pra não ficar tudo pra trás, né?
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Preciso mais.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Right then. Show me what you have.
Mais só uma só. Merda. Uma faquinha boa. Então dá pra você, mas ok, vamos lá. Se eu consigo tentar com a porta maldita, que eu não consigo encontrar, mas a única saída é aqui. Nada aqui dentro. Tá dando pelo caminho certo. Puxa, mas só 2 soquinhos já morre na hora já. Pronto. Rapidez mesmo que o meu nível não tá no nível ideal, mas né. Mas olha,
I cannot enter.
porta trancada, né? A gente vai abrir no outro lado, a gente já vai avançar, né? Já. Não sei, mano. A única entrada é aqui.
It's locked.
Rapaz, agora você me ferrou, porque eu não sei mais onde entrar.
I cannot enter.
Porque eu já fui aqui, tá tancado. Já fui aqui, já tá tancado. Jesus amado. Me escondi, que eu não lembro onde eu fui. Ele segura pra mim. Mas de onde eu entrei? Só fala com ela de novo, se ela dá chave pra gente entrar em algum lugar, mas é impossível. Até agora nem contei nenhum. Vamos ter que ir até na casa da Maia, né? Então vamos lá, né? Com o único caminho que a gente temos 3 portas tancadas. Não sei onde tem que ir. Se não conseguir, eu tenho que ver no YouTube só pra saber onde é a entrada. Não vou pegar spoiler, mas só quero saber onde é a entrada só. Como aqui já tá estancado, então isso aqui é passar de boa. Ah, não, é aqui mesmo. Calma, sou burro mesmo.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
É mesmo, agora eu tô lembrando aqui onde. Desde o início do jogo que a gente fugimos daquele lugar. Agora que eu me lembro. Calma, que susto. Ao mesmo nível 28 consegui matar esse cara. Fraco demais. Não sei porque eu passou. Não sei porque eu subi mesmo aqui. Moedinha, mola.
Fresh water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
Não entendi nada. Tá dizendo que tem uma pessoa aqui, mas onde? Calma, mano. Desconhecido, mas aonde a gente entra? Aqui é salvar as mas onde entra? Aqui. Opa, senhorzinho.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Tem coisa aqui dentro? Uma cartinha. Moedinha. O que mais que temos aqui? Nada. Opa. Até mais.
Please, sir. Can't let you. It ain't human! Over there! There's one of them.
Prontinho. Super fácil. Tem que estar aqui mesmo. Não quero entrar agora não, mas deixa eu ver o que mais temos aqui. Esconderijo, né? Não tem nada pra melhorar, também não tem XP suficiente. Tá bom, eu vou aqui agora não, mas deixa pra lá. Se tiver munição pra lá eu mato todos esses caras, mas agora não tô afim de matar agora não. Bom, vamos lá, o que temos aqui? Bicho. Pra cá, né? Pra cá. ver se tem algum item jogado por aí, né? Sem descuidado no passado.
The Ascalon Club, the heart of British vampire society. Not quite. Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Econs. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Não sei, talvez.
Perhaps it's wise for a mortal never to totally trust a vampire. Your mother herself told me that we Econ are creatures of deception. Maybe it's because we seem so alive.
That may be true for a naive girl, but I have the best teacher when it comes to getting rid of an insistent immortal.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Ok. Tem mais nada? Tá bom.
Goodbye,
Tchau. Adeus.
Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Adeus. Seria jovem. Temos aqui outro. Tem uma coisa aqui atrás.
It's locked, all right.
Portancado, muito triste. Não pode abrir na volta, sei lá.
It's elite! Get back in the grave!
Pronto. Pronto, mas não preciso mais porque tô com minha arma no máximo, né? Pronto, mais uma parte destancada. Ah, passei aqui. Mas bom é mesmo que eu destanquei pra mim facilitar mais o caminho. Aqui onde eu tava, né? E hoje disse que eu... Sei que tá. Vamos fazer a missão agora, né? Além de verdade, né?
Women's right to vote is only the first step. Women of all countries unite.
Tem bastante gente aqui, né? estado. Não sei qual é o estado do indivíduo. Isso aqui. Mais lixo. Moedinha. Muito boa. Destanca a porta aqui, né? Mais caixa aqui. Mais cartucho. Mais lixo. Pagamento de alumínio. Temos aqui. Tem pessoa aqui morando. Uma senhora aqui. Sente uma coisa.
This disgusting smell. Oh, I can't continue like this.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Não tá saudável mesmo.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Vou ajudar você.
Tell me
Mas...
about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Tell me about vampires, Karina. You must have met one recently.
He promised he would help me. Give me immortality. Make me escape this world of death. He promised.
Who is he? How did you meet him?
I can't tell you, Doctor. He won't let me.
Karina, I order you to reveal to me the name of the vampire who took control of your will. Speak their name.
Don't you dare interfere with my game, Ekon. Go find yourself your own toy and let me play with mine.
Who are you? Reveal yourself. Let this woman be.
Why? What would be the fun in that? It's so amusing to see her defile herself, one bite at a time.
This vampire is as powerful as he is wicked.
Help me, please, Dr. Reed. Help me.
Tá. Não tem mais informações. Você mais do que lá. Então, adeus.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Eu não falo nada de vampiro, até acho dar um ataque de vampiro maldito, mas como eu não revelo o nome das coisas aqui, uma portinha de tancar, mas está fechado. Tem caixa, bicho.
It's locked.
Ih, caramba. Nunca vou entrar não, eu vou fazer a missão. Já tô já quem tô aqui. Vamos ver o que temos aqui. Pessoal, mais moedinha. Tudo aqui no canto, né?
I cannot enter.
Calma, mano, agora descobri. Calma, agora já deu. Oxe, mas agora tem um batalha grande agora. Oxe, mas descoberto bastante, ó. Descobri um outro atalho pra ir no esgoto do vampiro, né? Agora eu posso ir mais longe agora. Agora vamos voltar tudo, né? Já que eu abri um portão. Já foi, né? Isso aqui. Tem um atalho aqui escondido aqui. Não sai. Só assim.
It's locked, all right.
Filho da mãe. Acho que eu encontrei um lugar, mas tá trancado. mais mulher aqui. Preciso mais de sangue novos. Mais moedinha. Acho que eu já passei muito nessa cidade já, mas... Aí vamos lá. Fazer a missão.
Support the equality between men and women.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Portancada.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
Ah, mano. Um segundo. Acho que eu saí fora da casa. Eu acho que eu vou atrás da casa do jardim. Pai. Quero voltar. Mas vamos voltar pra trás, né? Já uma briga feia aqui, gente.
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon. for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
She has proved to be helpful on many occasions.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
Mas pergunta difícil.
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations, and is readily replaced if necessary.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance.
Calma aí.
I know it's awfully gothic and a tad
É o que eu tô
pedantic,
limpando, calma, eu
but
disse não
England's
é
traditions are the backbone of our nation.
aceitar ela. Ih, acho que eu já fiz tudo merda.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance Bearer.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him.
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Have you heard the rumors of some horned vampire revealing himself and singing obscure songs around the city? What is this new malevolence?
Skulls have been spotted everywhere. We are losing this fight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece, figuratively?
I feel perfectly fine. Do I have cause for concern?
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, you draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall. A formidable, unscalable wall to Isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
By doing so, you would create 2 separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. A necessary sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs, and it needs it now.
Lord Redgrave is outside almost every night coordinating our defenses. Such an example. Lord Redgrave can play with the brave all he wants, but I will be front house.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Doctor.
Fazendo. No esconderijo para passar para o jogo, mas também aumentar alguma coisa.
I think Lord Redgrave just
No esconderijo lá.
suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Senhor Khan vende coisa aqui.
Bloody man!
No esconderijo é onde, mano? Onde o senhor tá aqui? Então vai ser minha mãe. O que importa agora não entendi. O quarto da irmã. Deixa eu ver se tem uma coisa aqui interessante. Precisa de livrarias. Mas o que importa é isso. Deixar pequeno. Vamos lá. Salvar o jogo. Bom, vamos lá. O que eu posso fazer aqui? Edição. Aumentar. Edição de em corpo de combate. Qual? Acho que é isso, não tem nada. Bastante gente aqui. Por exemplo, se cair, eu já sei onde tem. É isso, galera. A gente vai ficar por aqui, né? Bom, se vocês têm gostado desse vídeo, a gente se inscreve no meu canal, ativa o sininho e deixa o like também, né? Bom, a gente se vê na próxima semana que vem. Então, foi e tchau.